Hello, everybody. This is Catholic Dad, episode number 330. Don't be a snowflake. So I went to a dinner last night with Abby Johnson. I don't know if everybody knows who she is, but she's a really courageous woman. I kind of think she's like Joan of Arc. But she was really high up in Planned Parenthood, and one day she actually had to hold the ultrasound probe for an abortion, and then she converted, like she had a conversion of heart, and she's now become one of the biggest anti-abortion, one of the biggest anti-abortion pro-life people in the country, and she's a nationally renowned speaker, and she's on Fox News every now and then. She's a Catholic convert. She has a conversion story on The Journey Home. I think she's done that 2 times, but really phenomenal, inspiring speaker, and she does not mince words at all. She's really pretty tough. She's a tough woman, and she reminds me of Saint Joan of Arc because she's courageous in verbal battle and sparring, and she doesn't ever back down. She kind of seems fearless to me. But here's the deal now, by the way. She's speaking the truth, and the truth is hard to hear for a lot of people. Now, why is the truth hard to hear? And you actually have to wonder that. If you become offended at what people say, then you are automatically the problem. Because anger, the anger response has 2 components to it. Anger is the perception of being insulted and attacked, number one. And number two, it's the violent reaction, or what you do with it after you're already angry. Either you can internalize it and just be angry on your own, or you can lash out. Problem is when people are offended and they openly act offended, they have the 2 components of the anger response, meaning they're perceived an injustice, and then they lash out and attack. The problem is most of the anger in the world that people perceive is a perceptual problem and not a real component of anger. Now, this Abby Johnson, I think she just cuts through all the mishmash of the snowflakes in society, and she says what she believes to be the truth, and she does it unapologetically. She puts her shoulders back and just keeps walking forward. The problem with our society today is we're training our young people, we're training young Catholics and non-Catholics alike, that you really have to be careful with your speech because somebody's going to be offended. Well, that's the wrong message, people. The wrong message is this. You speak the truth even when people are offended, and you don't back down. Because if you back down, suddenly you change the dynamic in society. You change that you have to actually think about the truth before you say it. That's a problem, because the truth is what sets you free, right? St. Augustine said, the truth is like a lion, release it and it will defend itself. Literally, just be truth speakers out there. And what did Dostoevsky said? One person telling the truth can end a tyranny, right? So stand up and be a truth speaker, and no matter who gets offended by you, by the way, unless, of course, you're abrasive and you're not necessarily speaking the truth. But if you have the truth, like you say something like, ending or abortion is wrong. Well, that's obviously the truth. So go out and just say it from the top of a mountain, but don't back down from it. If people get offended, then shrug your shoulders and say, sorry, it's your problem, not mine. Because once you start like apologizing and like changing your words so other people aren't offended, then suddenly your truth speaking is less meaningful. I guarantee it. And so if you want to be a truth speaker, if you want to actually go and forge forward in society and actually change society for the good, you're going to speak the truth no matter who gets offended by it, and march on and not apologize for your position. That's really the way it works. And then that truth will be released upon the world, and that truth, once it's released upon the world, will defend itself like a lion. And so Abby Johnson, a hero in my mind, I must say, and if you really want to hear more about her story, YouTuber, or look up The Journey Home. She was an evangelical that wasn't particularly well formed, and then she when she went to college, she kind of got swayed into the abortion movement, and well, she's back. She came home, and she's dangerous as hell to the abortion industry because she's intelligent, she's well-spoken, she's fearless, and she just speaks the truth. So don't be a snowflake, everybody. If you get offended by people speaking and saying things that are slightly uncomfortable for you, then that means you have to toughen yourself up and gain some more fortitude. But if you sit there and you allow people to speak, then we can actually have a genuine dialogue and diplomacy, and the truth will be released. And then hopefully we can move forward and change society for the good. So don't be a snowflake. Check out Abby Johnson, and get the Mass, pray the daily rosary, live a uniquely Catholic life and a sacramental life. And God bless you all. Have a good day. Bye.